Another guard coming.
Greetings, Geralt. Remember me?
Yes, I do. You were in that bar in, was it White Orchard? And you tried to act like you were just some average citizen, but clearly something was up with you. I just didn't quite know what it. The music and this look is priceless.
I remember. We met in White
Orchard.
You're...
GAUNTER DIMM, known also as Master Mirror. I helped you find your Yennefer.
Did you now? Is that
We
so?
meet again, and it seems you need my help again.
What brings you here, might I ask?
News awaits you. That is, if this slot doesn't kill you first.
Ah, they poison it? Yeah, so... Sure, this is true, we haven't tried it yet, and in some ways it did look nice. I do like myself some curry, but, what are you doing here?
How'd you get in here?
Long story, it'd bore you. I'd prefer to focus on something more useful, like getting you off this ship.
Is that so?
Because you do wish to disembark, do you not?
Yeah, sure. But what on earth could you...
Oh, more than you'd ever expect. I shall help you, Geralt. But before I do, I must know you'll return the favor.
Of course.
Right. Can't possibly get something for nothing.
Indeed. When all's said and done, I am a merchant. So, do you want my help?
Yes.
It's a deal. Once it's all over, we shall meet at midnight at the crossroads, neath the willows near the village of Yantra. Ah, and I must give you something to remember me by.
Oh! Why, thank you.
What's that?
A mark to show we're associates.
Lovely.
Who you gabbing with?
With... no one.
Never like boats. Not one bit. They heave like devils. Make me stomach churn. Oh, it'd be prime to sleep through the whole thing.
Oh! Unless... But he did say he'd find some way to get us out of here. Might this be it?
Didn't bargain for no storm. Afraid that means a tidy jump in my fee.
To Ophir get us safely. The king's reward will be generous.
What about the prisoner?
Before the king we must bring him. On doing so, my honor relies.
Can't we just bring your king the bastard's head? Like we're doing with the other?
The other drowned. We could do nothing. We deliver live this one. Apart from all else, the hell the king is sure to condemn him to. I usually see.
Oh,
What kind of hell?
that's pleasant.
Harry, flaying, watering. This the punishment for regicide and things.
Oh, nifty maneuver here, Geralt. Why, thank you very much. This guy. Hey, friends. Fiery soldiers. Okay. Evil soft first touches. Well, let's see. A lot has happened here. Optional. Defeat the Fury Wars. That is actually interesting that it says that. Otherwise, we'd meet Master Mirror at midnight. A lot of M's at the crossroads beneath the willows. So, here's the thing. We're not exactly on the best of terms with the Ophiris right now. You know, we may or may not have accidentally killed their prince. There's a misunderstanding. Don't worry too much about it. But the thing is, if we defeat the Ophiri warriors when perhaps it's not necessary, that's going to be even harder to convince them to spare us. But I'm not sure how we avoid this. Oh, Fury Mage has its own life bar? Yes, like, do we run away from them if we're trying to win? Like, for diplomacy's sake, basically what I'm saying is, it seems like it would be preferable to not fight them. Also, where the heck are we? Oh, really? Okay, we're actually not far from. I mean, that's Novigrad. We have been here before, actually. Ooh, hello. Like, if we just start running, that it's maybe a bad idea. Maybe we do just fight them. Also, we did level up, so like we might as well throw an additional point in. I think we're just gonna continue to level up Sunder Armor here. We cannot do this while we're in battle. Actually, I didn't remember that. I mean, I feel weird just running for them like this. I wonder if maybe. Because this feels like not what you're supposed to do by running away. Let's fight him. Let's fight him. Rude. Also not the guy I was trying to hit. Thank you very much. That is cool that it translates it for us. Your armor is not exactly the best here. Kind of slaughtering you right now. You have a shield. Does mean you're a little more complicated to get rid of. Thought we might have snuck around enough to take you out. You also have a shield. Let's axe you as well. Kind of hoping that was going to be a one-shot kill type of thing. Okay, now... Ooh. We have different types of weapons. Decorated sabers, that's cool. Vader runestone from a random enemy, a lesser one in that case, but it's not bad. Now, the mage is still back there. Do we try to fight it, or do we deliberately spare that mage in hopes of perhaps winning brownie points with the Ophiris and being able to convince them that, hey, it was all just one big misunderstanding. We didn't actually want to kill your prince. Don't worry about it. I mean, part of me says that, but at the same time, like, you know, there's a whole lot of nothing that we're running through right now, and it feels like this is not really what you're quote-unquote supposed to do. So for that reason, I don't really want to do this, but, like, are we technically still in combat right now? Are you gonna let us save? You are. I mean, we can actually allocate this skill point now. We can. Conflicted. We can just run off. Back over here. That's Novigrad. There were some drowners over here that we ran past previously, and they were question mark when we did so. Because like I said, this was a place that we did explore at one point in time. Okay, maybe now that we have run away like that, it is... Yeah. It does not say that we have fought those guys anymore. So, I mean, at the same time, you could maybe make the opposite argument that it might be better to fight them because, you know, now we've gotten rid of some kind of powerful Ophiris who would have otherwise reported back. So, like, maybe since the mage survived, he'll let it be known that, hey, Geralt of Rivia did in fact attack and kill our prince. And, well, thing is, we don't have our armor right now, or at least not our chest plate. So, oh, hold on, no, there it is. Okay, it's like, did we lose an opportunity to get our armor back by not fighting him? Like, did he, you know, confiscate it, and then we would only get it back by attacking him? Okay, these guys are level 34. So yeah, like I said, they were once upon a time, question mark, question mark, question mark. You know, Geralt. Probably should, oh. I mean to do that? I mean, I didn't mean to, no, but... Let's draw it. Draw the weapon, maybe? I know there are some question marks over here as well. Got rid of the coin as well? Oh, so sneaking attacks. Interrupt your attacks. Oh, I was trying to dash out of the way, but got greedy with this, trying to put on a sign. There we go. There is still one more here, I think. But yeah, different music. Is cool. Even here. And it's one thing against the Ophiuries where it's like, okay, new type of enemy, but these guys we've, of course, seen. It does sound like it may be the same music we were getting against the Ophiuries. Okay. And this as well. Hearing one more? Yeah. Actually, I mean, I'm just looking at our experience bar, and it has, I mean, we obviously just leveled up. So, like, we were at basically 0% experience previously. But we're already at 140. Let's see how much we get out of these guys, because, like I said previously, I'm interested to see how significant it ends up being fighting these high-level random enemies. So we got 15 experience, it looked like. Or, no, we were on 140? 25? Oh, pretty good. Okay, there was a guarded treasure here. This might be it. Dirty letter? For WJ's eyes only. No idea who that is. But I don't think it's Geralt of Rivia. Arrived at designated location. Took care of the knights. Sunk their boat. Their leaders causing trouble. Locked him in a cellar till he wises up. We'll starve the dude into submission. And then back to Novigrad as soon as we get the goods. Chewteeth. Okay, I do wonder if perhaps we'll be able to track down that dude, or if this is him right here. Those explode. No, those are explosives, not quest items. Okay. Step away from the explosives, maybe. Although, oh. However, they are blocking a trapdoor. Now, this is dangerous. This is extremely dangerous. We're gonna save here, put on a Quen, and try to just knock you away off the trap. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, they weren't explosives. They were glowing red because they were blocking this. I see. And yes, the guarded treasure is actually down here. Not up where we were previously. Okay, well, there's a guy here who isn't looking so good at the moment. Decent amount of coins. Rusted key, letter written in blood. Brethren, I write you now in my own blood, so you may now, pretty sure that's supposed to say no, not now. What fate befell me? Following M's orders, I traveled to Novigrad to resupply and sell our latest batch of Fizztech. I left the men in my command on our boat along with the goods in the coin while I went to the hut on the beach to await WJ's men. When they arrived, it was well after dark, and one of them bore a linen sack on his back. This sack did not contain the promised Novigrad crowns. Instead, it held the heads of my men. The scoundrels demanded to know where the Fizztech was, but I only told them about the case on the ship, which they will never open without the key. My choice to slip this into my arse shortly before they caught me proved wise, for they searched everywhere else. Though they interrogated me harshly, I withheld the truth. Instead, I insisted one of the men they murdered on the ship was carrying the key, and my role was merely to negotiate. They wanted to kill me at once, their captain had another idea at the last minute. They had locked me in this accursed cage to wither and die slowly from hunger and thirst. Sword, famine, and perfidy. New quest. Is it technically a treasure hunt? It is. Find the sunken ship using richer senses? Okay. Okay, is there anything else down here before we head out? It doesn't look like it. So head back up we shall. Where's the ladder? Here it is. Okay. So, and we can, there's more ground to cover up north here. We can go further there. And we may have even tried doing that previously. But, I mean, Yantra's not far away. That is, of course, where Master Mirror says to meet him at midnight, which is, well, it's, you know, it's totally not suspicious at all, right? Oh yeah, you know, just meet me in the middle of this distant rural town at midnight at the crossroads. Okay. I see what you're on about. I see what you're on about. Coincidence? I think not. He's an enemy up there. But I think, like I was saying, we'll probably end up exploring this area more. Once we... Well, I mean, I suppose we could, now that we are no longer trapped on a ship, we could take this opportunity now to start exploring a bit, because we've at least started to get a sense as to what the big idea is going to be for this main quest. Well, I mean, it's gonna have something to do with this Master Mirror dude, but what exactly, I guess we're about to find out a lot whenever we do, in fact, meet him here. Well, yeah, what if we first go to, like, the bandit camp, monster nest up here. We'll just do some of the more, like, random encounter type things along the way, and we'll head over in that direction. So yeah, we know those things exist. We have zoomed past them previously, I think, but they were too high level for us to do them at the time. I am curious of almost every enemy that we come across here, just to see, even if they're same types of enemies we would encounter a lot in the past, like these sound like Intrigas. Are they going to be level 9 Intriga warriors, or are they going to be level 30 somethings? If they are, then that might be interesting. They're level 11 Intriga warriors. It's marginally higher than what I was saying, yes, but still not actually worthwhile. But in this direction, we have ourselves other more significant things. We actually had a Quen on this entire time. Oh, does the sign intensity on Quen actually increase the duration of the Quen? I don't think so. Usually that's not the most relevant part of it, right? Usually it's the amount of damage that you can actually absorb from it. But, you add it on in a fight, and then you start just running around doing other things, and occasionally you may find yourself happening to still have your Quen active when you happen across a random fight. Okay, the Buckholt Hills, is that a new fast travel spot? Or, no, maybe not, but it is right on this spot that we are looking for here. With Fallen Knights, okay. So that makes some sense. Is that so? Is that so now? Oh, there are a lot of you. There are definitely a lot of you. I'll give you that one. Ooh, okay, bad timing on that one. I want to try to get rid of one of them. At least one of them. Relatively quickly here. because quicker we can reduce their numbers advantage, the better, I think. Watch out! One down. Oh, there's another one down as well. You look the same. Well, that was actually supposed to be me. Well, maybe we could use Quen now. Whoa, that hurt. Get him from the left, excuse me? Problem with the left? Okay, now let's hit you. Those shield dudes are gonna be kind of tough. Excuse me, I deliberately made a point of going around the opposite side of you so we could take you out, and we are pretty hurt here. Probably activate one of our raw meats. Okay, can you stop the ranged weapons, please? Getting quite annoying. What I think of them, really? That. Oh, that was pretty gruesome. Ooh. I mistimed the dodge, but we still avoided getting it. Hasha! Ooh, off with your hand. Is that the last of them? Possibly. Music has changed. It may just be... Oh, Quartermaster's report. Quartermaster's report from the 25th of the current month. Hunting party went into the nearby woods today. Game there plenty. Killed 12 does, 8 stags, 32 hares, and 7 boars. Meat will be cleaned, salted, and set to dry in the sun. Hides will be taken to the camp by Zootzer Castle. Don't know if we know that name. Before long, we'll beat the bush, shoot some fowl. Hunters have spied pheasant, wild duck, and partridge in the area. Plenty of everything, really. So hunger shan't be a problem this winter. I mean, it's so strange just how striking the difference is between being north and south of the river. Because, you know, south in Bellin, we hear everything is terrible, nothing grows, everyone is miserable, everyone's starving. Whereas north of the river, we hear these people saying like, oh yeah, everything's fine. Got food aplenty, game aplenty. Important. Some local hunter wandered into camp, introducing himself as Gavel Matt. Sold us a bear hide, top quality, and promised to return with another. As soon as he does, we'll bind him in fetters and burn his heels because there's nothing... What? Because there's something fishy about it. Lieutenant von Hurst. Okay, no quests or anything from that. 80 warrants, wow. And I think those swords are worth something. Okay, here's their actual bandit camp. Ooh. Order of the Flaming Rose armor, interesting. The diagram, and then we just get some of it right here. Diamond dust. Lots of stuff. Tons of stuff, really. That's a bear trap. Does anything happen if we step on it? No. Okay. A little concerned that, you know, it would trigger and we take a bunch of damage and I'd be like, well, what did you expect to happen? Well, I put on the Quen just in case, but that looks like everything here. I am curious to see how good that stuff is. Mostly the armors. Almost the same armor rating as what we have equipped right now. It is a heavy armor relative to our light armor, and our armor has other interesting bonuses. So I don't think it's like we're about to switch to it. When intensity... Okay, and if we go to crafting, I think it was a chest plate, right? Where's that? Chest armor? I imagine it's probably pretty high level. Here it is, 37, yeah. Higher base armor than what we have right now. Good resistances, but it is heavy armor, so not so surprising to see that. Curious what it looks like, at the very least. Let me just throw this on real quick. Does have... Ooh, I do kind of like it. I like the colors. Does look cool. Not gonna lie. Even with our boots right now, even if they're from a different set, it does... I think it looks better than probably any of the Witcher armor. To be honest with you, I said it before, but I don't actually think the Witcher armor tends to look very good. It's gotten a little bit better as we've upgraded it, but still probably several other armor sets that look cooler, and I think that is certainly one of them. Let's see, I thought there was another question mark or monster's den over here. Let's check that out. This could be a tough one, because I think we did stop by this one at one point as well. Hence why we know it's a monster den and not just a generic question mark at this point. And that meant it was too strong for us to back then. I mean, we were like at least 10 levels weaker than we are right now at that point. Sound like Neckers. I think.
Show me what you got.
There they are. Okay, yeah, level 34 Neckers. That's definitely the strongest Neckers we've ever seen. It does mean they're going to be very numerous. That's what Neckers do. They outnumber you. They swarm you. But if we can isolate them like that, then that can certainly help. And the nest is actually right here.
Neckers surface here. Dig their way.
Hold on. Hold on. They can actually damage us as we're doing that. Yeah, and there's at least one, I think, that came out when we did that. Although they may have technically been standing next to it at the time and just blown up in the explosive. I'm not entirely sure that's true. Don't have it yet. There we go. Opposite direction from the one that I actually wanted to attack in. I whiffed on 90% of the world, but eventually we got him. Okay. So we have destroyed the nest, right? So we already threw down the explosive. Nice. Not so bad. And recruit is actually also not a bad type of herb. Okay, so we could continue going further up north to the Hunter's Cottage. I do remember this one. I do remember this was a sleeping bear right here. We didn't get close enough to actually trigger the turning the question mark into whatever it is. I imagine it's probably a guarded treasure. But since there is a fast travel spot here, it might be helpful to get rid of said bear, who at the time was level question mark, so again, was too difficult for us to fight at the time. But making it so that we can actually safely use this fast travel spot could certainly be nice to do. And just figure out what this is. So I think we give that a shot. Sure. What level exactly is it actually going to end up being? Seems like most of this stuff is 34-ish. Thereabouts. Pop bumbles are actually pretty hard to find as well. Yeah, I think that's our bear right there. Save as well. Hello, good sir. We've waited quite a long time to see you. Yeah, 34. Yeah, well, we wake it up that way. It is, in fact, a guarded treasure. Did it hit us there? Definitely hit us there. enough of that. And enough of you. We are encumbered. Wow. I'm a little surprised. But this is glowing red. I mean, not necessarily for good reason. Well, and that was technically the thing that it was guarding. Yeah, we probably will take this fast travel spot to go back to the city and just sell some stuff, because we are, of course, encumbered now. But I just want to first see if there's anything else over here, like, say, one Orin. You know, things like that. There are. This is an interesting lookout spot, although that was a little bit riskier than I perhaps gave it credit for. Now, those are Intriga drones. At least the ones that we can see here. We've not actually been inside that house, so let's make sure we check that out. That didn't look good. That looks like blood on that stump there. Assuming we can actually go in here. Okay. Sure. Anything down here? Yep. One fantastic empty bottle, the best you've ever seen. It's actually a collector's item. It's actually worth 1,200 crowns. I'll have you know. Okay, so let's head back real quick. And, I mean, we could even just go to Hierarch Square and sell to the armorer there. Doesn't necessarily need to be Ibier. But, just because we're encumbered. Except, one benefit to selling to Ibier is I believe he is there 24/7, whereas this guy does take the nights off, so we'll just meditate when we get over to him. And this is the bookseller person who we do a lot of books as well. Okay, can you not insist on burning us alive? I know you want to, but I'd appreciate if you didn't. And this guy does not take the nights off.
Ah, you're back.
So let's sell you
Let's see these books of yours.
as many books as we can sell you. Yeah, the problem has been, generally speaking, you just don't have very many coins, so you can sell some, but not many. So let's see, the stuff we really want to sell are things down here. Nope, not quite. The ones that we have, yeah, like 14 copies of. What Shall Become of Temeria? Wild Hunt. Royal Lineages. And you can't afford all those. So we'll just dump. This one we should be able to sell one. Oh no, they're 20 apiece, so I thought they were. For some reason, I thought they were 10 apiece, and we had 2 of them. So, yeah, we'll just sell a tiny bit more. But selling books is not going to get us unencumbered. Nor will standing on whatever we were just standing on. I mean, we did just sell a bunch of books, but what's the matter to you, buddy old pal?
Listen, there's more. Word is, she's not as good for us all.
Did you hear that? That's pretty serious gossip right there. Yeah, so this is the guy we ultimately will want to trade with, but he's not here at the moment because... What the heck? He doesn't work at 10:30 p.m.? Man, it's like he doesn't want his business to succeed. What is this nonsense? Fine. We'll meditate until noon. Then he's going to be on lunch break. Or not. Okay. You're the guy we want.
Top-notch swords.
And we want to sell our
me
various
stuff.
junk items to you. So this one, yeah, I'm actually curious to see what this breaks down into, as am I curious to see the Fury swords, because this is our first time actually getting one of these. They do have crit damage, which is nice. I mean, not a lot of it, but those are the types of things we'd like to have going forward. So, I think what we do is... Oh, did I check the... Our general rule of thumb is that we break things down if we get a full gemstone out of it, not the dust. I would suggest that that's not good enough. I think that means we're probably selling them rather than breaking them down. These guys get some Redanian Special Forces insignias, but we have deliberately made a point of picking some of those up previously. That did seem kind of cool. And I think we probably keep the Order of the Flaming... Well, okay. It looks cool, but we should sell. So yeah, I think in that case we're probably selling everything, assuming you can afford it, which you may not be able to. Except for Winter's Blade, we're not selling that. That's Croc's Sword. Rest in peace. So we haven't actually seen... I mean, I assume he's dead. Given what we saw happen to him, I assume he's dead. But we haven't actually checked back in yet. I've not yet revisited Skellige. Okay, so that's all the weapons and armor. We may start to be accumulating, yeah, a few of these saddles, which are quite heavy, actually. Quite heavy indeed. Yeah, that's a pretty big factor. So the taverns, I believe people were saying, is actually the place where you get the best prices for them, and there are some taverns that are not too far away, so we might make that happen. Also, furs, I think we've picked up a few of those recently.
So
Now, this guy won't buy those from us, but generic merchants over here, I believe, will. If, you know, you'll actually allow us to trade with you.
Show me your wares.
Okay. Ooh. I take it back. You will buy almost nothing.
So long.
Perhaps the strictest of shopkeepers we've ever seen. That's the book guy. Where's the inn over here? Up here? The tavern. We'll just sell to you instead, in that case.
How can I be of service?
Okay, so...
What are you serving today?
Dumplings? You're actually quite rich. Yeah, we'll sell these. This looked like it was the same price we were going to get from the other guy we were looking at previously. But now we can also sell some of these. Sell some of that. Sell our rotting flesh? Oh, man. You're lucky. Lucky we're willing to give you that. It's a privilege. It really is. Skulls as well. I don't know. Haven't yet looked at what, if anything, we could do with the boar pelts and boar tusk and all the boar-related items. I don't know if there's anything that you can craft directly with them, or if they just break down into things that we might want for other crafting recipes, in which case we might already have those materials. Not sure. That's potentially worth future investigation. Just sell our other junk items. Because like I said, we're doing pretty alright when it comes to the other generic crafting materials. What is this? Ah, I remember that. I remember that.
See you later.
Bald Mountain. Made the DIMM dude fight us.
Look. It's a red.
Okay. So, now that we've done that, I think we're probably in much better shape to head back out. And we do, I mean, Yantra, we actually have the Vashral spot. Didn't we... thought there was something we did at Yantra that was actually not related to the DLC. Was this the place where we had that encounter with Little Red Riding Hood? Or basically the person who was the equivalent of Little Red Riding Hood? Yes, there was also a Little Red Riding Hood equivalent in The Witcher 1, but this was a different situation. There was one in The Witcher 3 as well. I'm not making this up. I just don't remember if this was the place where it was. I feel like it was in Yantra. So that's a little strange, actually, that this random obscure location to the northeast of Novigrad happens to have two different things happening there. One of which is well, I mean, one of them is main quest for the DLC, whereas the other one was fairly minor side quest, but you know what I mean.